Ladies and gentlemen, dreamers and doers, today, I want you to hold on to one powerful thought. Act as if everything always works out. Not sometimes, not only when it's convenient, but always. This isn't wishful thinking. It's a mindset. It's a principle rooted deep in the teachings of the great Napoleonhill, who said, "Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve." You see, every great achievement begins in the invisible world of belief. If you believe things will go wrong, they usually do. But if you act with the faith that things will work out even when there's no evidence yet, they will. Before we dive in, take a moment to like, subscribe, hit that bell icon, and share this message with someone chasing success. Because the ideas you're about to hear could change a mindset and a life. Today, I want you to hold on to one powerful thought. Act as if everything always works out. Not sometimes, not when things are easy. But always. This isn't fantasy. It's success psychology. It's about training your mind to see possibilities when the world sees obstacles. Every great achievement begins with the belief that it's already done. Know exactly what you want. That is the starting point of all success. Vague wishes produce vague results, but a clearly defined purpose, that has the power to move mountains. When you act as if everything always works out, you're not wandering blindly, you are moving with intention. People who succeed do not wait for the perfect moment. They decide what they want and begin acting like it's already unfolding. They carry a quiet, unwavering certainty in their hearts, even when no one else believes. This kind of purpose creates magnetic energy. It draws people, opportunities, and resources into your path, and it gives you direction. No more second guessing, no more drifting. Once you've chosen your purpose, every decision either takes you closer to it or distracts you from it. So when you act as if success is already yours, you're aligning yourself with that definite purpose. You're not hoping, you're expecting. And here's the secret. When you walk in that level of clarity and belief, the universe responds. Life begins to mirror your intention. Circumstances begin to rearrange in your favor, and even when setbacks arise, as they always do, you won't be shaken, because you're not living in reaction to the world. You're living in alignment with your vision. So ask yourself right now, do I know what I truly want? And if you do, then act like it's on its way. Because when your purpose is definite and your belief is firm, there's nothing you cannot achieve. Faith is not something you keep locked inside your heart, hoping it'll help you when things fall apart. Faith is a force, alive, active, and powerful. It's the spark that turns dreams into plans and plans into realities. To truly live as if everything always works out, you must do more than believe. You must act like it. Faith without action is nothing more than a nice idea. But when you act with faith, even when you can't yet see the evidence, you are declaring to the world and to your own subconscious mind, I trust that the path is unfolding for me. This is where most people fall short. They wait, they hesitate, they ask for signs before they move, but real achievers move first, and the signs follow. Faith in action is walking into the unknown with calm confidence, even when logic says, be careful. It's sending the email, making the call, starting the project, or showing up with excellence, even when no one is watching, because you believe the result is inevitable. The most powerful minds in history have always known this truth. Belief fuels behavior. When you act from a place of doubt, your energy is scattered and your results reflect that. But when you act from faith, even when it seems foolish, you shift your entire vibration. People feel it, you feel it. Doors begin to open, not by chance, but by cause, and that cause is your unwavering belief in a positive outcome. You're not pretending, you're practicing trust. You're aligning your actions with the success you've already seen in your mind. And here's the most beautiful part. when you do this consistently, you begin to realize that faith wasn't something you needed to find. It was something you had to prove through movement, through risk, through motion. So whatever it is you're aiming for, don't just believe in it quietly. Walk boldly in its direction. Show life you're serious, and life will respond in ways that seem nothing short of miraculous. The words you speak, especially to yourself, hold immense power. You may not even realize it, but every time you say something, your subconscious is listening. It doesn't judge, it doesn't analyze, it simply accepts what it hears repeatedly as truth. And over time, those words shape your beliefs, your behavior, and ultimately, your results. Autosuggestion is the practice of planting intentional thoughts in your mind through repetition. It's about choosing the words that build you up, that affirm your purpose, and that align with the life you're creating. This is not just positive thinking. This is conscious reprogramming. When you say, "Everything always works out for me," you're not making a casual statement. You are giving your mind a command. You're teaching yourself to expect success, to see the good, to lean into faith instead of fear, and the more you repeat it, the more real it becomes, not just mentally, but emotionally and physically. Your posture changes, your tone shifts, your decisions start to reflect the belief that things are going to go right. But this requires discipline, because the world around you will try to pull you into doubt, negativity, and fear. You'll hear voices, both internal and external, telling you what's not possible, and that's exactly why you must drown them out with stronger words. Words that lift you, words that guide you, words that remind you of where you're going. Speak what you want, not what you fear. Speak as if the deal is already closed, as if the goal is already reached, as if the path is already cleared. Tell yourself every single day, "I am capable, I am focused, I am aligned with success. Everything is unfolding perfectly for me." It may feel awkward at first, it may feel forced, but keep going, because repetition turns statements into beliefs, and beliefs into realities. That is the essence of autosuggestion, and that is how you begin to live as if everything always works out, because your very language commands it. There will come a moment, may be more than one, when the road ahead looks blocked, when the plan crumbles, and when your results don't match your effort. It's in those very moments that most people quit, not because they weren't talented, not because the dream wasn't real, but because they mistook temporary defeat for permanent failure. But those who rise to the top know something different. Success is not won by the most gifted, it's won by the most persistent, especially when it looks impossible. Persistence is the invisible force that keeps you moving when every logical voice tells you to stop. It's the quiet decision you make behind closed doors when no one is watching and nothing is working, but you still choose to show up. That's the fire that separates those who merely wish from those who win. You see, when you act as if everything always works out, you're not denying the struggle, you're committing to the outcome despite it. You may not know how it will work out, but you're rooted in the belief that it will. That belief fuels persistence, and persistence turns invisible possibilities into visible victories. Think of every great story you've ever heard, every breakthrough, every invention, every triumph. Behind it stands a person who refused to quit. A person who faced rejection, doubt, fear, and failure, and kept going. They endured criticism, they outlasted delay, they worked in silence while others mocked, and they succeeded in public while others watched in awe. Persistence doesn't mean forcing things to happen, it means refusing to give up until they do. It means adjusting your approach, learning from the setbacks, and still walking forward with the conviction that you're not just chasing a dream, you're fulfilling a destiny. The truth is, the bigger the dream, the more resistance you'll face, and the more resistance you face, the more persistence you must carry. So when you find yourself in the valley, when the plan breaks, when doubt creeps in, when progress slows, Remind yourself, this is not the end. This is the test, and if you can pass this moment, you'll rise to levels you never imagined. Stay with it, stand firm, refuse to fold, because often the moment things look the most impossible is right before they break open. Every great accomplishment begins as an image in the mind. Before the success becomes real, before the world can see it, you must see it, clearly, vividly, consistently. That is the true power of imagination, not to escape reality, but to create it. When you act as if everything always works out, you're tapping into one of the greatest tools you've ever been given, the ability to hold a mental picture of the life you desire. The clearer that picture, the more powerfully it pulls you forward. You don't need to know every detail of how it will come to pass, but you must know exactly what you're moving toward. The mind works like a magnet. When you feed it images of success, fulfillment, and growth, it begins seeking ways to bring those images into form. You start noticing ideas, people, and opportunities you would have missed before. Why? Because your subconscious is working round the clock to close the gap between what you imagine and what you experience. But here's the key: you must feel the picture. You must live in it mentally before it becomes your reality physically. Picture yourself walking through the life you want. Speak like you've already achieved it. Move with the confidence of someone who already knows how the story ends. Don't just imagine the end goal. See the journey. See yourself overcoming the challenges. See yourself staying calm under pressure, showing up with excellence, growing, adapting, and never quitting. The more you rehearse this mentally, the more natural it becomes. It's no longer something you're reaching for. It's something you're stepping into. And when setbacks arise, and they will, you'll respond differently. You won't panic. You won't collapse. Why? Because you've already seen yourself on the other side. Your mind is trained. Your vision is anchored. You're not guessing at success. You're walking toward a reality you've already built on the inside. This is the mental blueprint from which all achievement is built. Never underestimate its power. If you can hold it in your mind, you're already halfway to holding it in your hand. Every day, revisit that picture. Refine it, feel it, believe it, because when you consistently live in the vision, life will catch up. The mental picture becomes the physical experience, and the dream becomes the destination. My friends, your reality is shaped by how you think, how you act, and what you believe is possible. So, from this day forward, act as if everything always works out, because when you do, you're aligning with the very laws of success that Napoleon Hill devoted his life to uncovering. You're not faking it. You're faithing it, and soon you'll be living it. Thank you.